Welcome to the Spotlight Series. I'm your host, Scott Nerney. Don't forget to subscribe to this video, share it, forward it to some friends, especially your friends in Rhode Island or people visiting, because you're going to want to hear our friend Jack from CruiseRI talk to us about cruising in Rhode Island and our Great Bay.
Absolutely. Thanks, Scott, for having me today.
Sure, welcome.
Yeah, thank you. I have worked for Connecticut Marine Services since I was 16 years old. I started off there in the marina portion of the operation, and as I gained some experience and knowledge, I eventually moved to the cruise and ferry portion, and I am now the general manager and oversee the day-to-day operations of CruiseRI. And we are the operator of Coastal Queen Cruises, the Jamestown Newport Ferry, and then the Connecticut Gift Shop. I personally oversee all of our tours and cruises, which is a great way to get out on the water and see Narragansett Bay.
So let's talk a little bit about the Jamestown to Newport Ferry. Yeah. People think it's just like right across the bridge, but seeing it by water has to be a big difference.
Absolutely, yeah. It's breathtaking to get out there on the water. The Jamestown Newport Ferry is a 5-stop, hop-on, hop-off ferry service. So we service Jamestown Village, Rose Island Lighthouse, Fort Adams State Park, and then we have 2 stops in downtown Newport and Street Pier in Parati Park. It's a great way to beat the traffic, get out on the water, and see the beauty that Lower Narragansett Bay and Newport Harbor has to offer. Our ferry has something for everyone. Our all-day pass, you can shop, dine, and see the sights. Rose Island is absolutely beautiful. You can go tour the lighthouse, check out the grounds. Over at Fort Adams, you can take a tour of the grounds. They also have a beautiful bay walk that goes all the way around by the Eisenhower House. So there is something for everyone, from the history lover to the shopper to the foodie. There's something.
And you said it was hop on, hop off, so people can get on one ferry, they'll tour what they want to do. A little while later, they can get on another ferry and go to the next stop, or maybe skip a stop, and they get to see a lot of things for one price.
Yeah, absolutely. So with our all-day pass, you can hop on and off all day long. There are various operating schedules through the season. So we have a spring schedule, which begins in mid-May and runs right through basically the end of June. And then we have our summer schedule, which is June, July, August, and then ends on Labor Day. And then our fall schedule, which runs through Columbus Day. So check out the schedule online to pick the times that you can catch the boat. But yeah, you can basically hop on and off all day long, and you don't have to get off. You can stay on board. You can
Seeing some of those sights from the water is really impressive as well.
It is, absolutely. It's truly breathtaking.
Well, and one of those ferries that's doing the stops, roughly how many people can fit on it?
Yeah, so we do have a couple of ferries. Jamestown is our smallest ferry. It has 34 passenger capacity. We then have the Catherine, which has a capacity of 48. And currently in production up in Steuben, Maine, we have the Coastal Princess, which will be coming in 2024, which will have a capacity of approximately 88 passengers.
Wow, that's a big boat.
Yeah, it is a big boat. It's going to be the perfect amount, and it'll definitely be able to get you to and from Newport with no problem.
Great. And now if we pivot to the other side of your operation, we're talking about CruiseRI. So one of the things that I know a lot of our listeners and viewers have done is a lighthouse tour.
Absolutely.
So talk about that. I mean, a lot of people think it's the ocean state. There's a lot of lighthouses out there to see.
There are a lot of lighthouses out there to see. Our lighthouse tour is aboard the Coastal Queen, which stays over at Bowen's Wharf. That's where we board from. And she has 75-minute lighthouse tours, and they go out into the harbor. You see the Lime Rock Lighthouse, the Goat Island North Lighthouse, Rose Island Lighthouse, and Newport's most famed Castle Hill Lighthouse. Depending on the sea state and condition, from time to time we do get to see Beavertail Lighthouse, but again, that depends on what the conditions are like out on the water. Those tours, again, are 75 minutes, and there is a full bar on board, 2 restrooms, and very comfortable cruising conditions. Those cruises, our lighthouse cruises, start in April. Many of you may be wondering, wow, it's kind of cold for April.
Yeah.
It's important to note that the main salon on the Coastal Queen is heated and enclosed. So on those chilly days, we can turn on the heat and you can have a drink from our onboard bar, or you can head upstairs to the upper deck. We have isinglass roll down see-through curtains. They keep the wind out and it makes for a very comfortable cruising environment.
And when you talk about one thing that you mentioned is potentially going out to Beavertail, I think it's important that you're taking the rider's safety into play and not taking any chances on the cruises.
Absolutely. If there are weather conditions that are unfavorable or would risk the safety, we make the call with the captain of the day and notify our passengers in advance of any cancellations that may come about.
Okay. And let's talk about some of the special events that you do. So I'm going to rattle them off, but you take them as you wish.
Yeah, absolutely.
For folks that are thinking about specific lighthouse tours or Jamestown to Newport, there's a lot of times where you just might, this would be a really cool present for our family, Mother's and Father's Day, treats, music cruises, fireworks for a lot of events in Rhode Island. We love fireworks. Wine and cheese tastings, maybe with your gang of friends or family. Let's talk about how that came to be and what those are like.
Yeah, absolutely. So there are events for absolutely everybody. There are wine and cheese tastings, beer tastings, live bands on board, fireworks cruises. Occasionally, we go out and we watch the start of a sailing race.
Wow, nice.
Yeah, so this upcoming season is actually the Newport to Bermuda race, and we will be watching the start aboard the Coastal Queen. It is a wonderful platform for race viewing. There's normally some sort of food on board. Our bar is available, binoculars, and it's truly stunning to see all of the boats take off to Bermuda. This past season, we did the ocean race, so we watched the boats take off to their next destination. But aside from that, wine and cheese tastings are a big hit for everybody. Come out on the boat. Grapes and Gourmet, who is one of our local shops in Jamestown, they put on a outstanding presentation for the wine and cheese tasting. Wines from all over the world. Typically, the wine and cheese tastings are there's a category of wine that you are tasting, but they do a wonderful job. Live bands, that includes Take It to the Bridge. We have Irish bands. We have country music nights. It really varies on a weekly basis, which is great. The variety is outstanding. You can bring your folks down from out of state and really take in the beauty while enjoying some entertainment as well. In the summer, Newport has been known to have 4th of July fireworks. Jamestown also has 4th of July fireworks. At the end of the summer, they have the Salute to Summer fireworks over at the Newport Navy base. So there are opportunities to get out on the water and see the fireworks. Those cruises do sell out well in advance, so it is important to make your reservation online at coastalqueencruises.com in advance when those tickets come on sale.
So one of the things that you mentioned is going out like an evening or a day. I think it's important to mention to people that the bay is a completely different thing between day and night.
Absolutely.
It's like city lights from the water.
Right.
Looking at Newport, looking at Jamestown, or up and down the bay, the bridges. It's a really completely different.
It is very different. And during the day, you see a lot of various sailboats out there racing, and there's a lot of great stuff going on out in the East Passage. But at night, it is absolutely stunning. You can catch beautiful sunsets. And it's a great way just to get your family and friends out on the water and experience all that Narragansett Bay has to offer.
And it's possible to see some dolphins or other wildlife that's just kind of wandering through, checking everybody out.
Absolutely. Occasionally, over by Clingstone, the House on the Rock, we have seen some dolphins out there. And then, in the spring, we do see seals over at Sighting Rock over at Rose Island. That is really special. They're typically hauled out on the rocks during low tide times. So it's always great, and the kids really enjoy that. We have binoculars available on board to get an up-close look at what those sea creatures are up to.
Nice.
Yeah.
And talk about the gift shop, because I didn't want to put that aside. It's not as
Yeah.
as thrilling as the cruise, but that's where a lot of people start and stop.
Yeah, absolutely. The gift shop at 20 Narragansett Avenue is a must-see for any visitors. We have gifts for all ages, shoes, Jamestown apparel, Rhode Island gifts. So there's something for everyone in that store. We have popular brands like Helly Hansen and Olakai. Papa Fashions is another. Yes, the jacket that I am wearing is available in the store. So we have a lot of different products in the store. I personally don't manage the store, but Marilyn, she deals with all of the purchasing.
So appreciate
and
the shout out.
Absolutely, yeah.
And I understand you have a new partnership program.
Yeah, so we're really excited with the Jamestown Newport Ferry. We are rolling out a new program. It is called the Explore and Save program. Essentially, the goal of the program is to incentivize Jamestown Newport Ferry guests to support local shops, restaurants, and experiences in both Jamestown and Newport. It's exciting to say that we have approximately 30 plus partners for the upcoming season. How the partnership program will work is that the ferry guests will be provided with a brochure outlining all of our partners, and the guest will show their ticket at the participating select businesses, and they will receive some sort of discount. For example, it could be 15% off your purchase. We have tons of shops and restaurants participating along with experiences. So it is just another way to get value for your ticket.
Sure. And something you may be able to use while you're on the hop-on, hop-off ferry.
Yeah, absolutely. So this program is only going to be valid with the hop-on, hop-off ferry for now. So we're really excited to get our guests into the various shops, restaurants, and experiences.
So tell people how they find out more information.
So more information can be found on our website. CruiseRI.com is the showcase for Connecticut Marine Services 3 operations, Coastal Queen Cruises, the Jamestown Newport Ferry, and the Connecticut Gift Shop. If you go to that website, that is basically our landing page, and it will direct you to what you are looking for. That is where you would find all 3 pieces of what we've discussed today.
And as you said, book early, because a lot of things do tend to sell out, the special events, but people can typically a week or 2 from now, if they're going on vacation, book a cruise and enjoy the day.
Yeah, absolutely. And actually, while I'm here, I might as well mention that we are starting a new program this year. It's a package program, so if you are interested in both Coastal Queen Cruises and the Jamestown Newport Ferry, you can get the best of both worlds with our Day on the Bay package. The Day on the Bay package gives you an all-day pass for the Jamestown Newport Ferry, and then you can pick one of our scenic bay cruises from Bowen's Wharf in Newport aboard the Coastal Queen. While the ferry is not narrated, some of our captains point out the points of interest, but with the Coastal Queen, you also get out to see Castle Hill and points of interest that you would not see aboard the ferry. So bringing the Day on the Bay package together has been exciting, and we are looking forward to giving guests a new experience this year.
Great. Do you have a feel for how many of your guests are local Rhode Islanders versus from out of town? Or
Yeah, absolutely. So we see a lot of locals on our ferry, specifically Jamestown residents that are headed over to Newport for the day. And then over on the Newport side, we see quite a few tourists. I don't have an exact number, but
it's a good breakup.
But it's a good breakup.
Yeah.
And we'll be starting a new program this year for Newport County residents. So Jamestown, Newport, Portsmouth, Middletown, Little Compton, Tiverton. There'll be the first Tuesday of every month. There'll be discounted ferry tickets.
Oh, nice.
For anybody in that area. You just come down, you show your driver's license, and that deal will be valid.
Because we always think people from Jamestown want to go to Newport. I'm sure there's a few people that are in Newport want to go to Jamestown.
Absolutely, and Jamestown is a bustling environment right now.
Yeah.
There are lots of new restaurants, lots of shops. And specifically with our new Explore and Save program, it has really outlined all that Jamestown has to offer. It's really a great spot to come over for dinner, a little bit quieter than Newport. So I highly recommend anybody that has not had the chance to experience Jamestown. The ferry is a great way to get over to Jamestown and experience all of its beauty.
And no traffic.
And no traffic, that's right. And you know, the Pell Bridge traffic has been quite crazy, and I'm sure that it'll pick up come summertime.
Yeah.
So the ferry will be a great way to beat that traffic.
Right. Well, thank you so much. CruiseRI, people can take a look at everything you have and book something early and book often. Enjoy all the different special events, and I'm looking forward to it.
Absolutely. Thanks for your time today.
Oh, thanks for being on the Spotlight Series.
Take care.